Not every big idea reaches the finish line. Around the world, ambitious megaprojects once planned to transform cities, industries, or even entire nations have been left incomplete. These abandoned ventures now stand as massive reminders of what might have been. Join us as we uncover the top 15 megaprojects that were never finished. Number 15, Ryugyong Hotel, North Korea. The Ryugyong Hotel in Pyongyang, North Korea was designed to be a global icon. At over 1,000 feet tall with 105 floors, its sleek pyramid-shaped design promised to make it the tallest hotel in the world. Construction began in 1987 during a time when North Korea sought to project power and modernity to rival its neighbor, South Korea. The plan was bold. According to the Financial Express, part of the plan was 3,000 luxurious rooms, revolving restaurants, and cutting-edge features to attract tourists and dignitaries. However, cracks in the foundation weren't the only issue. It became clear that North Korea's economy couldn't support such an ambitious endeavor. The collapse of the Soviet Union, the country's primary trading partner, dealt a crushing blow to its finances. By 1992, construction had halted, leaving behind a hollow concrete shell. In 2008, an Egyptian company invested in installing glass panels, giving the illusion of completion. Today, LED lights brighten its exterior, but the inside remains empty, a stark symbol of wasted ambition and unrealized potential. Number 14, Kemper Project, USA. Dubbed as the future of clean coal technology, the Kemper Project in Mississippi aimed to revolutionize energy production. The idea was groundbreaking, using lignite coal to generate electricity while capturing and storing carbon emissions. This promised to bridge the gap between fossil fuels and a greener future. Construction began in 2010 with a $2.4 billion budget, but as engineers worked to bring the complex technology to life, delays and escalating costs piled up. Records in Power magazine show that by 2017, the project had cost over $7.5 billion, with no functional clean coal system in sight. Critics pointed out the massive environmental and financial toll, arguing that these funds could have supported renewable energy initiatives. Eventually, the clean coal aspect was abandoned, and the plant was converted to natural gas production. What was once heralded as a game changer now stands as a cautionary tale about the risks of untested technology and poor planning. Number 13, Alai Minar, India. More than 700 years ago, Sultan Alauddin Khilji, one of Delhi's most powerful rulers, dreamed of building a tower that would dwarf the iconic Qutb Minar. The Alai Minar was envisioned as a symbol of his empire's power and dominance. Construction began in the early 14th century, but the sheer scale of the project soon posed challenges. The tower's massive stone base, meant to support a structure 275 feet tall, was the first step. However, the Islamic heritage noted that the Sultan's death in 1316 left the project leaderless. Without his vision and resources, the work stalled, leaving the base incomplete. Today, the Alai Minar stands as a fascinating monument to unfinished ambition, sitting in stark contrast to the completed Qutb Minar beside it. Together, they tell a tale of two dreams, one realized and one that remained out of reach. Number 12, Mexico City Texcoco Airport, Mexico. Mexico City's Texcoco Airport was planned to address one of the world's most overcrowded airports. Designed by renowned architect Norman Foster, the airport was to feature 6 runways and handle up to 125 million passengers annually. Its sweeping futuristic design would redefine air travel in Latin America. However, the project quickly encountered turbulence. Environmentalists raised concerns about the site, a former lakebed, fearing damage to ecosystems and increased flooding. Political opposition grew as critics questioned the project's $13 billion price tag, arguing it prioritized flashy design over practical solutions. In 2018, New York Times reported that the newly elected president, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, fulfilled his campaign promise to cancel the project. Instead, the site was transformed into an ecological park. While the decision saved billions, it left Mexico City's air travel crisis unresolved. Number 11, Golden Finance 117 Tower, China. According to the Council on Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat, the Golden Finance 117 Tower in Tianjin, China, was meant to be the ultimate symbol of prosperity. Planned as a 1,958-foot skyscraper with 117 floors, it would house luxury apartments, high-end offices, and a 5-star hotel. Construction began in 2008 during a booming real estate market, but as China tightened its property regulations and funding dried up, progress slowed. By 2015, the exterior was completed, but the interior remained unfinished. Today, it holds the dubious title of the world's tallest unoccupied building. While developers hope to resume work someday, the tower currently looms as a colossal reminder of overambition in a volatile market. Before we continue, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories about the world's most ambitious projects. Let us know in the comments which project has surprised you the most so far. Now, let's keep exploring these extraordinary tales of dreams left incomplete. Number 10. Stockholm Ring Road, Sweden. The Stockholm Ring Road was envisioned as a groundbreaking solution to traffic congestion in Sweden's capital. Known officially as the Stockholm Bypass, the project aimed to create a continuous motorway circling the city, connecting its northern and southern suburbs. The plan promised smoother traffic flow and reduced congestion for a rapidly growing population. However, from the beginning, the project faced challenges. Environmental activists strongly opposed it, citing potential harm to Stockholm's natural landscapes, water quality, and ecosystems. Legal battles and protests slowed progress, forcing constant revisions to the plans. Financial hurdles added another layer of difficulty, as the estimated $3 billion cost ballooned due to delays in stricter environmental regulations, according to Trafikverket. Although parts of the ring road have been completed, the full system remains unfinished. Today, it stands as a partial solution, with debates continuing about whether it will ever achieve its original vision. Number 9. Argentinian High-Speed Rail, Argentina. In 2006, Argentina proposed a high-speed rail network to connect its three largest cities, Buenos Aires, Rosario, and Córdoba. The project promised to slash travel times, cutting journeys from 28 hours to just 3, and transform Argentina into a leader in modern transportation across Latin America. Despite initial enthusiasm and a loan secured from a French bank, the project quickly unraveled. As reported by Reuters, Argentina's economic instability made it difficult to maintain funding, and the aging rail infrastructure posed significant engineering challenges. Extensive upgrades were needed to support high-speed trains, but the costs proved insurmountable. By 2012, with only preliminary work completed, the project was abandoned. It now serves as a reminder of how economic volatility can derail even the most promising initiatives. Number 8. Torre Bicentenario, Colombia. The Torre Bicentenario was set to rise as one of the tallest buildings in Colombia, a shining beacon for Cartagena's growing economy and tourism industry. Inverse Project stated that the 58-story skyscraper would have featured luxury apartments with breathtaking views of the Caribbean, redefining the city's skyline. Construction began in 2005 during a real estate boom, but cracks both literal and figurative quickly emerged. Engineers discovered that the soft soil beneath the site couldn't support the building's weight. This oversight caused construction to halt at just 28 floors. Legal disputes erupted between developers, contractors, and regulators, further delaying any progress. Experts determined that retrofitting the foundation to make it safe would cost more than restarting the project from scratch. Today, the skeletal remains of the Torre Bicentenario stand as a haunting reminder of ambition undermined by poor planning. Number 7. Superconducting Super Collider, USA. In the 1980s, the United States embarked on an ambitious project that could have transformed particle physics forever. The Superconducting Super Collider, SSC, planned near Waxahachie, Texas, was designed to outshine Europe's Large Hadron Collider. Its underground ring, spanning 54 miles, would have been 4 times larger, enabling groundbreaking discoveries about fundamental particles. Congress approved the project in 1987 with a $4.4 billion budget, but costs quickly spiraled out of control, reaching nearly $12 billion by the early 1990s. Politicians viewed the project as a luxury rather than a necessity, and public support waned. The American Physical Society confirms that in 1993, the U.S. House of Representatives canceled the SSC. Billions of dollars had already been spent and parts of the tunnel had been dug, but the project was left incomplete. It's a sobering example of how political priorities can shift, even when scientific progress is at stake. Number 6. Dubai Creek Tower, UAE. The Dubai Creek Tower was announced in 2016 as a bold attempt to create the world's tallest structure, standing over 4,200 feet high. The project was awarded to world-renowned architect and engineer Santiago Calatrava. Details on Wikipedia shows that the design, inspired by the shape of a lily flower and traditional Islamic architecture, included a needle-like spire supported by steel cables. The tower was meant to symbolize Dubai's place as a hub of innovation and luxury. Construction began with fanfare, but the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 delivered a significant blow. Dubai's economy, heavily reliant on tourism and real estate, struggled under travel restrictions and reduced investments. With funding dried up, the project was put on indefinite hold. Though the foundation has been laid, no progress has been made since. While developers claim it would resume when market conditions improve, the likelihood of completion remains uncertain, leaving the Dubai Creek Tower as another unfulfilled dream in the desert. Number 5. HS2 High-Speed Rail UK. The HS2, or High Speed 2, was envisioned as the backbone of the UK's transportation future. Designed to connect London with cities like Birmingham, Manchester, and Leeds, the rail network aimed to reduce travel times, boost regional economies, and cut road congestion. With speeds reaching 225 miles per hour, HS2 promised to revolutionize inner-city travel. However, the project was plagued by controversy from the start. Initially budgeted at $42 billion, costs skyrocketed to over $130 billion as planning and construction progressed. Critics argued that the money could have been better spent on improving existing rail infrastructure, especially in northern England, where transportation systems lagged behind. By 2023, the National Audit of United Kingdom noted that parts of the project were cancelled, including the crucial link between Birmingham and Leeds. What remains of HS2 is still under construction, but it's a shadow of its original vision. Instead of leveling up the country, it's become a symbol of uneven development focused on London, leaving many to question its value. Number 4. Shaonanhai Dam, China. China's Shaonanhai Dam was a bold attempt to harness the Yangtze River's immense power. Proposed as part of a broader hydroelectric strategy, the dam was expected to generate 1,700 megawatts of electricity, enough to power millions of homes. Positioned downstream from Chongqing, it also promised flood control and economic development for the region. But this grand plan came with a heavy environmental cost. The proposed site was within a protected nature reserve, home to rare and endangered fish species. Conservationists warn that the dam's construction would disrupt river ecosystems and potentially drive these species to extinction. According to reports by the Economic Times, the Chinese government suspended the project in 2011 after intense public and scientific outcry. 4 years later, it was officially cancelled, marking a rare victory for environmental preservation in a country known for rapid development. The Shaonanhai Dam serves as a reminder that even ambitious projects must respect the balance of nature. Number 3. VC Summer Nuclear Expansion, USA. The VC Summer Nuclear Expansion Project in South Carolina was hailed as a new chapter for nuclear energy in the United States. 2 cutting-edge AP1000 reactors, developed by Westinghouse Electric, were expected to provide clean energy for up to 1 million homes. Construction began in 2013 with a $9.8 billion budget, promising completion by 2017. However, the project encountered technical setbacks, engineering flaws, and delays in acquiring specialized components. Power Magazine also noted that these challenges pushed costs to nearly $25 billion, placing immense financial strain on the utility companies and taxpayers funding the project. In 2017, Westinghouse declared bankruptcy, leaving the reactors unfinished. The project was abandoned later that year, with billions of dollars wasted. For local residents, the fallout included higher energy bills and lingering doubts about nuclear energy's feasibility. The VC Summer Expansion stands as a cautionary tale about the risks of large-scale nuclear projects. Number 2. Lake Searu, Romania. In the 1960s, Romania's socialist government announced plans for Lake Searu, a massive reservoir that would manage river water levels, prevent flooding, and supply nearby industries. The project was celebrated as a triumph of engineering and a symbol of progress under leader Nicolae Ceausescu. But behind the scenes, the reality was far less impressive. Work on the lake had barely begun when the government prematurely declared it complete. The announcement was part of a propaganda campaign designed to showcase the regime's supposed achievements. Locals quickly noticed the truth: there was no water in the reservoir and its promised benefits never materialized. By the 1980s, Romania's economic decline ensured the project was abandoned entirely. Today, Lake Seru exists only on paper, a reminder of how grand plans can be used to mask political agendas. Number 1. Sagrada Familia, Spain. The Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, Spain is one of the most famous incomplete projects in the world. Designed by visionary architect Antoni Gaudi, the basilica's construction began in 1882. Gaudi's intricate designs, inspired by nature and geometry, were far ahead of their time, with the church set to become the tallest religious building in Europe at 560 feet. Gaudi devoted his life to the project, even living on site, but he knew it wouldn't be completed during his lifetime. Tragically, he passed away in 1926, leaving detailed plans to guide future architects. However, much of his work was destroyed during the Spanish Civil War, complicating the construction process for decades. Despite advanced digital modeling helping modern architects bring Gaudi's vision to life, the Sagrada Familia remains unfinished. Current estimates suggest it might be completed by 2026, but delays like the COVID-19 pandemic have cast doubt on this timeline. Even in its incomplete state, the basilica attracts millions of visitors annually, standing as a testament to human creativity and perseverance. And there you have it, 15 ambitious megaprojects that fell short of their goal. But as promised, here's your bonus. While many projects on this list remain incomplete, the Salt Lake City Olympic legacy in Utah stands out as a rare success story. Built for the 2002 Winter Olympics, its infrastructure not only met the event's demands, but continues to benefit the local community through tourism, sports, and sustainable development. It's proof that with the right planning and execution, megaprojects can thrive. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment on which project fascinated you the most. Don't forget to check out our next video, Top 10 Countries with the Most Americans Living Abroad in 2024. Until next time, stay curious and inspired.